Hey, everybody. Knowledge Uprising, Knowledge Uprising with a great panel tonight. Great panel tonight. Just starting off, I'd like to say from the last show that I was wrong about certain things about my guy, Shalom, where he was talking about a great insight on the indigenous part of knowledge, and he was correct. It's a great insight if you heard from his perspective of indigenous, and just we was talking about magnetism, and I hope this show go great because magnetism a great insight because people talk about when they say magnetism and gravity or gravity, it's just a good subject. I ain't no scientist, but it's just a good subject to get a better understanding. And
Yeah, and
thank
we're
you for
gonna
letting me be
build
on the
on
show.
a plethora of topics besides that. And you're welcome for coming on to the show. Thank you, man. Most of all for coming back to the show with all the negative energy you received from the last show. And shout out to everybody that's on the panel. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
Yo, peace, knowledge, uprising. How you doing, my brother?
Was goody, was goody, was goody. Peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to Knowledge Uprising. Thank you again for having me, brother.
Yo, what's up, Harry? How you feeling, man?
Brother Jay, what up, my guy?
Yo, July. I missed your live show you did, brother. I really wish I could have engaged in that, man. If y'all didn't see it, brother, get in the title details and check it out, man. Because that was a good show, man. He did his first live show, man. You guys got to go check that out.
Yeah, it was definitely a dope experience, and I'm definitely open to doing more. The topic was, can us humans truly know God? And I had a few of my brothers on the panel. Again, I want to start doing live streams such as these as well. But again, man, I'm open to any topic, so that's why I love being on your show as well.
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate
Creative
you coming
Knowledge
in, bro.
TV as well, family.
Was that you went live what earlier today?
It was Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, I was just
Mm,
thinking like that day, like, I see a lot of people posting like church live videos and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I wonder, do people truly like think or even recognize that they know God?
I feel
yeah,
you on that.
yeah. Do they really have a magnetism to the creator?
Hell yeah, like, can and even, can we know God? Like, can we
Right.
truly grasp the concept of what God is? You know.
Your last few words it's kind of bad.
Showing need to mute his mic.
Brother Jay, you might want to fix your mic up.
Try,
Nah,
hey,
that
brother
show.
John, try to unmute and mute your mic. Try to unmute and then mute it. Like,
All right,
Yeah,
that's
I
family.
me.
mean, I think I'm
There you
I'm
go.
clear, right? I'm
That's
clear. I
somebody
was
else.
I
Who that
thought
is?
shoestring was gonna talk. My
Shoestrings.
bad.
Shoestrings. All right.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, yeah, I get what you're saying, though, brother. Um, it seemed like most of the forms for a very long time of how to serve God and how to get to know Him. For lack of a better word or term, let's just go ahead and use that word God. It seems like they work off of things they've been taught. Just
Okay.
your basic
Yeah.
going to church on Sunday.
Right.
Maybe getting to understand the Bible, or let's just say a couple of scriptures for that matter.
No, me.
Uh, they
Nobody
pray every
truly
night,
reads stuff.
but do they really know what they're doing?
On me. Are they truly securing a connection? Cause like, I think that's our true purpose here, is to find that connection. Now, I would say, in my perspective, that connection is truly connecting with self, and building yourself up, like developing yourself from wherever you're at to the true godhood, which is connecting your brain and your body. You know what I'm saying? Connecting the brain and the soul for 100% use.
Yeah,
Like
for
y'all
sure.
know them movies that be saying shit. I mean, saying stuff like, us humans only use like 3% of our, brain capacity and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
how can we raise our brain capacity? I mean, you know what I'm saying? How can we?
Well, see, there's certain exercises we can do, like sleeping. Uh, doing sleeping 10 hours a day showed that Albert Einstein was able to reason and understand certain equations faster. Now, there was another technique. People used to walk for at least like 30 minutes twice a day. See, when you're sitting still, your brain becomes so. But when you're walking, your brain becomes in motion. And so when you got thoughts going through your head, it helps initiate stuff like that too. So it's a bunch of different techniques to get your brain moving. Those are just two of many.
Right, that's dope. That's dope. I think with persistence of actually staying disciplined with those exercises is a great start. I agree with you, bro.
I
Again,
mean,
this is shit that we all can try to do every day. Like,
you know what's the real question though? Instead of you know, could people really grasp the idea of, let's just say, God? I mean, I want to know that even after we meet the Creator and stuff, will people continue to do the things they know they're not supposed to, or would they really fall in line?
damn. Ooh, that's a good
You
answer.
feel me? Because you think about it, right? A lot of people like, yeah, they follow Martin Luther King and everything and whoop the bam, but I'm pretty sure some of them still did things that he didn't agree with. You feel me? Just like right now, as far as God go, don't none of these Christians or anything really follow that Bible how it's supposed to be. So why the real question would be is, when we do meet the Creator one day, would they fall in line and live how they supposed to, or would they still be trying to do sneaky ass shit that they know they shouldn't be?
Mm. Okay, I mean that's dope. Like, I agree. I would say people would still, be in love with money more. If we met God and God was like, well, to continue to kick it with me every day, you gotta like let go of money and shit, and just let go of worry and things like that. I think people would be like, well, I don't know, how my bills gonna get paid, how you feel me? So I don't know. That's a good question, bro.
And
It
another
really.
thing about God, oh my fault, brother. Go ahead, brother. I'll follow.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just agreeing with them and stuff. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
That's what's up. Um, I agree with both all y'all what y'all saying, but we have to understand like there's a lot of other languages out here that when you say different words, when you say like English words, it means something else, like in Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and like Sanskrit or something. So when you look at the word God, you look at it in English, and then when you etymology, it'll take it to its like German root. You know what I'm saying? Then when you take it to its German root, you'll take it to its Greek root, and that's Theo. But when you told Theo in the English language, we'll put a person to it, some sort of human with light hue and curly hair, and put them over to Rome. But when you ask a Roman over in Latin language or Spanish or Portuguese or Italian or French, they'll say Theo is a thesis or like a theology. So when we get a concept of God, we look at it as a religion. Everybody else look at it as like a school of something. Like when you say the theo, the thesis of the sun, the thesis of the moon, the thesis of every godly creation or every creation that we can't make. But when we put it in English, which is called semantics, it'll take us to a different dimension.
Hey, I agree with you, bro. The one thing that I do know for a fact is that that wordplay is a motherfucker, and you have to do the etymology of words and shit. You gotta understand what that word originate, what language it originate from, then go to that language and find out the etymology of what they mean, what's the meaning behind it and shit. It's almost like these words cast spells in the form of laws and treaties and shit like that, and
Mm-hmm.
have you up under this like word spell and shit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think about it, it's a reason why they say American English is the illiterate language. Because once you get cast up under them word spells, you basically become illiterate, dumbed down.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? They say we use 10% of our brain, but is it because we've been taught that since birth? So
Right.
we don't grasp the concept of being able to expand our whole mind, and think about the way we do birth. The baby's still supposed to be attached on to that placenta until it dries out and all the nutrients is drained for that baby to fully be developed, to be honest, in this outside world and get cut at birth. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why they telling these baby got asthma and shit like that. It's like, no, they got a cold. You feel me? You brought him out in this cold ass world, and then you cut him off his life supply and shit. And that's where the crying and shit come from. Doing that right there caused so much damage to us. And it's all about programming to keep you up under them word spells and that the words on that paperwork. So like I agree with you on that, brother. Like, that's some real shit. You do gotta research some words and know where the origin come from, and then find out what's the meaning of that word, the true meaning, in order to be able to grasp the concept of how they breaking it down to you in this English language and shit.
That's why I
I
like to use
I
the Most
agree,
High.
true. I agree with you, strings as well. Let me plug this in though, because in etymology as well, dealing with the French word God in the early 17th century, God meant guide. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in life, whatever guides us towards a better life, I think that is what our God should be. Like God can transition from anything. God can be the wind that saves us. God can be the trees that gives us fruit. God can be, say you fall in the street and a person guides you to safety. Who are you to say, like, man, you still a regular person? No, that person just became your God in a way. He just saved you. You feel me? So that's just, like you said, dealing with words, man. It's important.
Yeah, but like in the future I could show y'all a concept that it's coming back out. It ain't like nothing I'm teaching or people that just caught onto it quick. But once again, when we use the word God in English, that we're the only people. Let me take that back. In American words, only this American 50 states, that's like 450 million people out of 7 to 9 billion. So that's a small number of people use that word God and Allah the way we use it in a religious tense of the Abrahamic religions. Now maybe some Spanish people, the newer Spanish, because it's really the Castilian language and the Latin language. But anyway, just a newer language might put God in there as God, but everybody else don't look at God the way we look at it. And we got to understand that.
Yeah, man. I'm over here loving the build, man. All you guys are right. And just to throw another angle in there, I don't know. Sometimes my brain may think in a way that, like Brother Jay said, we've met the Creator already. We meet him every day. Um, and not saying any of us on the panel, me myself, but we all take it for granted. Um, and then going back to what Brother Truth said, I feel like if the creator was to show its face, motherfuckers, pardon me, people will fall in line. People will be pissing their pants. You know? And sometimes I kind of feel like the creator don't want to be met. I've been thinking in the past week, I feel like it's a difference between the creator and the source. The creator may be at the source. But with that being said, I feel like sometimes with the creator just creating everything, it's no need for the creator to show its face. You know, because it's showing its face every day, and we're breathing his breath. And I mean, it's just amazing, man. Everything is amazing, you know. And I could imagine sometimes I may talk with the creator and just playing around. I may ask it to show its face, and I could imagine how many other people in this world may be doing that at the same time. And if we're talking about creation coming from a word or having power in words, I mean, if it's multiple people doing it at the same time, it would, I don't know. I just feel like it would be selfish of him to show himself, being that so many people through so many generations have gone through anguish, and it never really physically showed itself. But now through works in other people and works of nature, of course, but it itself, I don't know, but it's you know, it's all good though.
But when we look at the Most High, you know, it's like, let me make when you look at it in other languages, the Bible means the book. So, you know what I'm saying? Like a biblo is like a book. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing else.
It also means the word of God. The Bible.
Okay, but I'm just saying when we're looking for.
No, we was just talking about definitions, brother. So I just thought you put that one out there. So I didn't want the people to think that was the only one. So I threw that one out there also.
No, you're totally correct. But when you say God and book, all thesis and theologies are handed down to us in the book, and the great book that I walk with, because I walk with that book. I walk with that book. I talk that book. The book was handed to us in stones. So everything has a thesis. But when we pray or meditate in the great book, the Bible, it says have a personal relationship with the creator. So it's more like you have to meditate or you have to manifest to come into that spiritual realm. You know, I don't think you can't talk. You have to be alone and talk to yourself.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You hitting it.
Real shit.
And that's what it really says in the Bible too. You got to have your own personal relationship. But when you look at all things God loved, in the beginning, God created the light and everything. And then when God created the earth, like that's a feminine principle. He created Mother Earth. And then when it says verse 26, it said, and God said, let us make man in the image of our likeness.
Does it say Mother Earth?
No, but
see that's one of them things that man created. We got to watch about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was a Mother Earth. You know, we call it Mother Earth, and that's cool. You know, but I never read where it says in the Bible. I never read it say Mother Earth. I just know he created Earth and, you know, put it on pillars and made it unmovable, stuff like that. You know, I never read where it gave it a gender. You know what I'm saying?
But I do think it's
my fault. It's not a gender, because both genders, in a godly essence, God gave the mother, not gender, mother.
Well,
not son and daughter, mother. God put a system inside of mother to create God's creations.
I mean,
And
to
just
be
like
honest, oh my
my
bad,
fault.
bro.
My fault. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, yeah. That's all. I was just rebutting what he was saying, just not going bad. That's just
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
of course, so it's the
I
balance too. It's 50-50 because without the man putting that semen in it, it would be no creation.
I agree with Schumer though. In that book it said read it word for word, so we can't sit here and call it Mother Earth, and if it was never described like that. But I do believe that there is two creators. I believe in that creator, though. In those two creators are a man and a woman. Notice it say, "Let us make man in our image," and then they made woman. So in the way that the cycle of life goes, the male always have the seed, and the woman always
She bears it.
she bears it, she give birth to it and shit. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
but there's
I'm
another
sorry, Truth. Go ahead.
there's another twist to that though. Like, see, once again, there's 9 billion people on Earth that speaks another. That's wrong. There's 8 billion people on Earth that speaks another language.
Many
The
different,
English, yeah,
yes,
another. Yeah, my fault. A different language.
many different languages, and Brute, you could take it right back. But like I believe in words, but I don't trust words, and you know why? Because it's babble.
Right.
I kind of go with feelings. So like I said, I believe words, but I don't trust them. I can trust a feeling, and feelings is a universal language.
But that's what God said when Eve. He said, "Don't eat from the tree of good or bad." So that's feelings when you feel something is good, and then the next minute it could be bad. That's like if I had a girlfriend and she was doing everything I wanted her to do, and when the lights was out, me and her was doing what we was doing, that's good. So she got me in a good emotion. But if she
It
went
don't make it
somewhere
right.
else,
Yeah,
if
good
she
and
went
bad and
somewhere
right and
else,
wrong. That's
that
two
is right or
different
wrong. Is
feelings.
getting into your emotions.
No, because
That's
something
one
can
thing.
be good for you. It don't make it right.
No, I was talking about good or bad. What I'm saying is, if we put judgment on good or bad, that's wrong right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you know right and wrong.
Yeah, that's not
You
emotion though.
know.
That's not judging.
Right,
But
but
what I was
and
getting back
feeling
to is
and
my fault.
feeling isn't feeling isn't necessarily emotion.
Okay, maybe I took the word wrong. I just thought like when they say we in our feelings, we in our emotions, and we know that's the worst state to be.
No, but see, from us understanding the English language, us being in our feelings would think we are in our emotions, right?
I might have took my brother wrong. I was just like, when I get into my emotions or when I get into my feelings, 90% of the time I regret it. Even when I'm happy, you too happy, you too jolly, you know what I'm saying? And if you in your
So
emotions,
when we be speaking of emotions, we be really speaking about like basically the lower self.
can't say that because if you
Well, when you dealing with emotions, you got to deal with if we dealing with words and etymology. What is emotion?
a movement,
That's what I'm saying, Huey. You feel me?
Motion
That's
is
what
a
I'm
move.
saying.
So an emotion is in a move is a movement. The way that your energy is moving. You feel me? Is the way that your energy is moving. Is the way that your fluid is
Facts.
flowing.
I was just
You
gonna
feel what I'm
say
saying?
energy movement is emotion, and moon energy gives us a lot of energy movement. You know what I mean? So again, like like how the moon never gets caught up in one phase too long, we shouldn't get caught up in one emotion too long. You know what I mean? Like so, but we can't still trust our emotions and things like that. Like don't ever just call it the lower self. Like we shouldn't be into our emotions, even as men, bro. Like we
No,
got to
no,
get
no.
out of that.
Well, my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, we
Nah,
definitely are
that's
emotional beings, man. You gotta have happy and
I
sad,
mean, yeah, that's
sorrow,
emotions,
anger.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
just
have it.
just like the ego, we
see
gonna
that's
have
when
it.
My fault. When you study language and emotions, you understand that romance mean emotion. They threw emotions in so they can give us trigger words to get us into our emotions. Right? Most of the world don't have them trigger words that'll get us into emotions. They'll put the words into a proper understanding so it couldn't make a person mad. Like if you look at the word negus, that's the original 1400 understanding of the word niggas. That means king and queen. But when you hear a person say, "Oh, it comes from Spanish people," and then the Spanish language will put a negative term to it, and then the English language will put a negative term to it.
Hey,
But
brother, I'm
everybody
sorry.
else,
I'm sorry for cutting you off. Can you repeat that one more time? Man, I ain't catch all that.
the word niggas, negus, that's a Latin word and like a Greek word. I mean,
Yeah, it was an Ethiopian term to for a king too. Also, brother.
yeah, that's what they're kings and queens. But the niggas and the nagasa, but
Yeah.
people in other
Master
countries,
Musa. Ha ha.
people in other countries honor that word. Not saying they look up to the so-called people that are Negroes or niggas, but that word means a good word. But over here in America, it's taboo and negative. So we got to have a full understanding of words and how they could trigger us into a negative mood and a positive mood. And that's not in all languages. It's usually only in like certain languages.
So you saying we need to learn a new language, or because
Yes.
well, I try not to use words that mean certain things, that have a negative vibe with them or whatever, for lack of a better term. I'm just going to use vibe. Um, but I think the Most High made this stuff this way on purpose. Did it a long time ago. But the thing is, uh, what somebody was saying it earlier. We just got to get rid of all these distractions and find that relationship with the Most High, and it don't matter what come out your mouth, because at that point, once you got the Most High, it's all good. And right now, it's like all of us on this panel is just searching. We searching for that truth, because everything that we looking for, we can't back it up with no evidence. But if we search internally and we do lock in with the Most High, it don't matter what man wrote in the book or wrote whatever, and that book is our guide. The Bible, it's our guide to get us to the right place. And I know most people don't like the Bible, but I'm trying to tell you, if you look into it and you dig and you make sense of what they're talking about, and don't let all this other stuff, play in your mind. It's that guide, man. Like they say, basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Okay.
Bible.
So shoestring. Let me ask you this then. I hear a lot of people saying, black people need to get on code. Not saying that any of us said it, but I
Right.
hear a lot of people in the black community saying we have to get on code. Should we put our spirituality or our religion on the back burner for the black community? Like black issues should always come first before our spirituality or our religion?
So
Hell
Just a
yeah.
question.
yeah, I do believe so. But at the same time, the issues that people are dealing with are system-based issues, and anything that's system-based is not dealing with the Most High. That's devil play. Everything is. We chase
That's
money,
facts.
all that shit. That's all devil play. So when you're dealing with something that got to do with devil play, it ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. You have to get rid of all that junk. I mean, we have to use it, true enough, because we got to eat, stuff like that. We need lights on, but it won't matter when you got the Most High with you. When you locked in, that's what people say. Like, you ask somebody who be like, yeah, I experienced Jesus or whatever, and you ask them, well, what was it like? They never can explain it. You know what I'm saying? But it's something there. Like, it's something that changed them. I done seen people like completely change. You know what I'm saying? And like, how the hell did you just change like that?
Cause that shit
Like,
spoke to him, bro. You heard me
right.
saying the other day that you know, motherfucker, how like on my search of the history over here in the Americas and shit, a lot of stuff started correlating to that book to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing
The book's
is,
right here. The
but the
book is
thing,
Mother
but the thing is this right here though, bro. Like you say, we in a system, basically assimilation. who's to say that book wasn't already written with all this shit already supposed to be happening anyway?
And that's
It's all
true.
this, and that's all the setup. And so, you know, me, I just stay spiritually grounded on knowing that I know it's a creator and trying to do unto others as I like to have done unto me. But
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, that book is some things in there that sparked my interest over the past, I'll say about 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I can be 100 about that. I ain't gonna sit here and sugarcoat it or nothing like that. But back to what the brother was saying, though, I mean, and you know, people have a different perspective on what this means. But I do think we need to get on code. But the way that a lot of the let's get on code is coming from, I disagree with, and that's why I can't get on code with that shit. You
Right.
feel me? On some trill shit, like, you will have to be a damn fool if you think that you're gonna break this system down with just your people. See, this is why I
Right.
always bring up Fred Hampton in these conversations, because, you know, let's get to it. You know, niggas is out here, Black Panther Party, RGB, all that shit, bro. All right, let's go to one of the heads of the Black Panther Party in Chicago, bro. And he was charismatic. You feel me? Have the shit never went down how it went down and shit. Like, man, these motherfuckers was unifying people for a real revolution, bro. And that's what it's really all about. I mean, and he had his eye open not only to just, you know, outsiders, but his insiders too. If you want to come fuck with them and ally with them and shit, you had to have a plan that was for all the people. And he was bringing about all the people. You feel me? Everybody that was in property, no matter what color you was. You feel me? Motherfucking, but we do need to get on code, but we need to get on code on more of first, let's clean our own house up. A lot
Facts,
of this, a
right,
lot of shit
right.
that's going on is self-inflicted. So when we out
Mm.
there yelling and screaming about, oh, they did this and they did that, the first fucking argument is, well, look at what you doing.
Right.
And it's right. You know, motherfuckers don't say shit, bro.
And
Motherfuckers
see,
do not
true.
say, and we from the same area, bro. You feel me? You in the
Mm-hmm.
suburbs, but they ain't really no suburb. That's just really an extension of the west side of Chicago. So I know where
Facts,
you at, bro. I got
facts.
peoples out there, bro.
But
You
most of
feel
our
me?
problems come from property, though. We can't say
Yeah.
that.
No,
We
the
No,
can't.
thing
but
is, the
see,
thing is this.
nah, bro,
This is
because
hold
we
on,
create. Oh,
hold
my
on, bro.
bad.
Let me just say this. This is the thing, bro. Yeah, poverty causes problems not only for us,
No, problems
but
cause all properties.
that's what I was just finna say. But not only for us, for everybody. But the thing is this right here, my nigga. The same way how we talking about how we know this system is set up for us to fail, bro. So we know the stage is set.
It's not set up for us
I
to
mean,
fail.
the system is set up for us to fail.
Let me
Yeah.
just
GP.
put a little
I
income
mean,
on that. See, I'm a little
I,
sort of a
I mean, bro, I'm just
just okay. You said that. Let me just
but bro,
the
you ain't let me finish
oh,
saying
my
what I
fault,
was
brother. My
finna
fault.
say,
My fault.
bro.
I apologize.
All I was saying was the stage. This is the idea though amongst most black people, bro, so-called black people, that the stage is set, but niggas will still get on that stage and play their part. You ain't got to play in the play. Exclude yourself up out of that situation. You
Facts.
feel me? And we gotta clean up in-house before anything. It's like, how the fuck you gonna take care of the outside yard of the house? But when I step in that motherfucker, it look like an episode of Hoarders. You feel me? Yeah, I know these problems and shit came about because of that. But first, let's clean up ourselves. That way, we establish amongst each other. Once we clean up in-house, we'll be on point with each other, so we know how to go about the outside of what's coming in. And that was just strictly dealing to what the brother was saying about, do we need to stay on code?
But when we say we staying on code, now we finding out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Moor, and really what that means is we ain't black. Y'all could be black, but my
I ain't
perception of
black.
black. Hold on. Let me just do me for a second. Like
My
my
bad, bro.
perception of black and white is a social construct that was headed by a whole bunch of white people and the Marcus Garvey African movement. We're not black and we're not from Africa. So that's information that's been suppressed from us since the 30s, 40s, and then they took it all the way away in the 60s and 70s, the Black movement and the African movement. And then when you look in the Bible, the African movement and the Black movement of us people pushed this away from Mary, America. And then they never told us that half of us wasn't slaves. And then when we start reading the Bible, it never says God. God is plural. God said we created them in our image. So when we look at the word most high is a prepositional word. There's no such thing as most high. It's the most high cost. It's the most high mountain. It's the most highest piece of hair. It's the most highest building. So when you put a word most high to a human, just claiming the word black, everything you could say you're in a black state of mind. And we have to, and that's what's going on right now in our community. They're sweeping out the blackness. They just took Soros to jail, which means he's not going to pay no more for the so-called COINTEL operatives in our community.
When was he taken to jail? Recently?
4 or 5 days ago. It's all over the YouTube. He's in jail. It's over with.
Oh, okay. That's a good thing.
That's beyond a good thing because he's the one who pushed Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I don't agree with them. They ran about 3 dikes. I don't agree with I don't agree with the gay agenda or none of that. I think it's all Coraline. I agree with you, brother.
But if we understand what black is, I know this is about to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but it's just a different opinion coming from more, because we more than a crayon color. It's an adjective. And in law, it makes us out of law.
Facts.
So there's a lot of things that in English, I'm in my 40s and I just learned this a couple years ago, so I can't talk down on nobody.
Right.
I could just say there's a lot of things we've been tricked by the spirit and the way we spell,
Facts.
which are spells.
Spell
and I just
curse.
press off that.
Right.
And I want to agree with you. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just finna say, like, brother, like everything that you say, that's the same thing I say. I agree with you, bro. I don't follow none of the Black Pan-African movements on no shit like that. Like when I look at them, it's strictly just for knowledge because I like knowledge, period, no matter where it come from. But I don't call myself black. You feel me? That is that's a derogatory term. You automatically give up all your sovereign rights as a man of this planet up under the Creator. When you label yourself as black, I know that we didn't come from Africa on no slave ships. I know we was here already. I know, yeah, it was some of us were slaves, but some of us was put in predicaments where we was in basically like forced sharecropping. And it was also taking our lands all over here, South America, and in the islands. So, I agree with you on all that shit, bro. And you're right. We up under a spell curse, bro. Everything that we've been is what it is. It's a spell by words and shit that was foreign, that was twisted. It's basically like, I'm high right now, so I can't get too deep up into this shit because I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I agree with you, though, bro.
I want to say I agree with both of y'all. I kind of want to backtrack a little bit to when the brother said our problems are caused by poverty, which I agree, but then I disagree because poverty is a mindset. I think that still has nothing to do with self-development, even though the financial aspect is huge. There's other ways of service and good that we can give to each other without this system of poverty and classism and avariciousness. Like poverty was created by someone who was greedy enough to take from those who wouldn't have the means to get what they need to get or didn't want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like that's again what I say about black people. Like we're not being creators anymore. That's why we don't know who the true God is, because we're not being creators of our own reality anymore. We're not creating jobs. We're not creating different rhetorics in our communities. Well, we are, we starting to now, but I'm just saying, like, period, as a majority, we're not creating anymore, which causes poverty for us, which causes poverty for our community. So I think self-development comes before all problems, bro. Like, you got to get yourself together to get out of poverty. You got to get yourself together to get money,
Poverty is still one of those system-based things that they've created around us. That's what I'm saying. Once we get to the source, which is within ourselves, if you put a community together of a bunch of people that's connected to the source, you won't even think about poverty. You'll just do the things you need to do to survive, and everybody will be happy. But right now, we got everybody watching TV, people wanting to have tons of cash, people wanting to have diamonds on their chest because that's what they see. You let your kids see it, they think that's success, but that ain't success. That's going away from the source. We need to get them back going towards the source. And once they get towards them source, the diamonds will have their true value, which is nothing but a rock. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no different than any other rock. They just look different, and people place a value on them.
Right. You feel me? You can't eat no diamonds or no motherfucking gold or no shit, nigga, when you hungry.
Right.
You feel me? So, and that's the thing. We not living life like how life was meant. We wasn't supposed to be, everything we love is material. And that one never meant to be love. The people was meant to be loved. And, we basically destroying the very planet that we need to be able to survive on this shit. And we barely got enough land to fucking grow anything on this shit, as far as to sustain the amount of people that's populating the planet now and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to add on what Shoestring was saying, getting back to self and getting back to the source. The source, which they took us away from, and I keep hearing y'all brothers, y'all talking about the creator and everything in this nature. That's a satellite. That's weird as hell. But once we realized that the true source was you, like, you know what I'm saying? If the creator, everybody would say like what the creator would look like and all of this. If the creator was here, it was to show you that you was the creator. How would you think about it then? If he took you in the mirror and let you know that it was always you, you feel me? So what they did was they took ourselves out of knowing who we were, first and foremost. You feel what I'm saying? Which was the creator, and we put somebody above us, which is a creator. And that's the reason why we can't create these things, because we think it's something else that did it already. When we are the creation, we got to create these things for ourselves to make the change happen. Until we do that, ain't nothing gonna happen for us. Ain't gonna be no mystery God to come down and save you. Ain't none of that shit going on. That's the biggest thing that's going on. The big body that we have to be is the collective come together, man, to make some shit move, man. Simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really that hard, man. To see that it's in you. If you don't get up and get the wind beneath your feet, bro, ain't shit gonna happen for you. You feel me? Ain't none of that other shit, bro. That's just a big throw off. That's the distraction to keep you from connecting to yourself. So you think that it's a creator. So as soon as you say that it's a creator, that's giving somebody another deity, a power, a ram over you. You feel me? That's leaving room for somebody to come take power over you, to take control over you, because you giving it away willingly. It's your will to give it away.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, just to build on everybody, right on top. You got to do. People got to do. You can know this and know that. What are you doing? As far as the creator, I do believe there is one, because I haven't seen anybody on this earth yet to recreate the creation. I just seen them manipulating it and destroying it.
I
Hold
bear the
on,
difference,
hold
man.
on, hold on. I beg to differ as well.
Okay,
Everybody
well, once I finish, y'all could go ahead and speak.
My bad, Harry.
It's all good. But I definitely believe that there is one creator. But I'm not waiting for him to do nothing, because this is what it is. So as far as any type of it coming to save, it's not coming to save anything, because it's leaving it up to you to do. And I'm just a doer.
Facts.
So the knowledge is okay, but I could really care less about it. You know why?
I still
Because I
gotta
need to do
it.
I still gotta do.
Facts.
But yeah, y'all could go ahead and expound on the creator or creators, or
He
Yep.
gave you the
That'd
ability
be
to
never
do it
ending.
He gave you the ability to do it yourself. He ain't gonna
That's it.
do it for you.
That's it.
But what
Facts.
about the people who, not saying that this is super being a creator or none, but what about the people who like plant trees and, know how to purify water or create water, river flowing systems, things like that? Like,
I
can't
mean, that's
they?
not really it. I don't believe in. If I cut you off, I'm sorry, brother Jay.
No, you
If you
good.
got something to finish, you could go ahead. You could go right ahead and finish.
Nah, you right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I don't really think that they create that. It's been here. They're just expounding upon it.
Okay, right, right. They just adding to it. Like that's what the creator still gave. He gave the seed. So
Like we can
well,
definitely
not he, but
I definitely
yeah.
believe we can procreate. I definitely believe that we can invent, because we are powerful. Going back to what Huey is always saying, we do have the power to do. So what you gonna do? But go ahead, y'all could get right back on, because I want to hear these different.
Yeah, yeah. If I can add on real quick, because what
Yes,
I be saying, right? What I be really trying to, I don't know if I be saying it right because it's kind of hard to express ourselves in a way with these words that we using
I
and
know, man.
knowing the spellings that we up under. But when y'all steady talk about the creator, and then I hear y'all, some of y'all separate some things that he create, and then y'all try to like. I like I was just dealing with the lady earlier, right? Because all right, if we're gonna deal with the creator, right? The creator created it all, right?
Facts.
Right,
And there
right.
ain't no separation in between.
No, God did not create all.
No,
God
I'm
created
just,
simple principles.
you say that again, Root?
God only created simple principles. God did not create over 50 things. See, that's what I'm trying to like when people say God, they don't understand. God means like fruit. God created fruit. Now man created the apple and the orange and the melon. God created animals and then man separated them. God
I
created
believe
light.
God is man. That's why I never use the word God. I use the word creator.
Creator, yeah, I don't rock with the word God, but I mean, yeah, bro, I agree with you. Like it's man-made creations and shit, but
Because there's so many
That's
gods.
called inventions.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was
I don't
saying.
honor
Yeah.
that as
Exactly.
natural creations. You feel me?
There
But
you go. That's
That's
the
deep.
most best word you could
That's
use right
deep.
there is God
Yeah.
is natural creations.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, that
Yeah.
NAT, yeah, natural for sure, for
Right.
sure.
And that's
And
why
you
the
know the
women
natural.
oh go ahead.
I don't even eat man-made hybrid vegetables and fruits. You feel me? If it ain't if it wasn't naturally here or a natural hybrid, out in the wild, it just so happened to happen. Some natural shit, I don't fuck with it.
But there's a science to that. When I'm not trying to be, there's a see when you dealing with the Latin language, there's only like 300 words, the original stuff that nature created.
Right.
And then when you go to the Greek language, it's just the study of what nature created. And then you invent stuff. See, we putting all them into one category. And we really missing that, what I'm saying? No, we're not creators, we're inventors, but we don't know what the natural creations is to take from it. Like when we get sick, we go get aspirin. No, the aspirin come from the natural stuff. And then a man invented the aspirin. So we just when you go back to natural things, we'll become the inventors and be the God hands again.
Nah, yeah, I mean, I'm in agreement with you, brother, for sure. I so like Huey was saying that you could take the mic back, right, Huey? You could take it right back. I don't know if it's with these damn words, man, but everybody's basically in agreement. I could definitely understand that. But yeah, when I speak of that creator, I think of that one thing that made everything, and everything is nothing, but nothing is everything. And I know
Yeah.
that can't nobody do that. Can't no one or no thing do that. It's
Exactly.
that it factor, and
Right.
that is it, And I don't play with I don't play with that, and
Yeah.
I don't let
But
nobody
see,
else
that's
play with
how
it around me.
See, that's how we can turn nothing into something, though. You know what I'm saying? By using our creative power, as we all say. You know what I'm saying? I
And then
definitely agree.
mankind, both the man and the woman are procreators. You know,
Facts.
and then you have your inventions and things that are, are truth, and myself and Root Words was speaking of. But Hugh, we go back to what you were saying, God.
All right, yeah, I understand. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So the creator, y'all saying creator only created natural things: sun, the moon, the water, air, trees, um, animals, but he didn't create uh dogs. He let man name his creations, right?
Facts.
I mean, I don't know. I'm having conflicting thoughts on
I am too. That's why
So
I'm
so
trying
so
to
that
figure
all
is
this out
that
right
so
now.
context.
Knowledge,
So,
hold
and
on,
so
hold
that
on.
is
I
definitely
mean,
a
I'm
Let me
story
get
that
listening.
somewhere.
they say,
I'm
Huey.
listening to get a better
Hmm.
understanding
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
I
I'm
know that's
listening
what I'm
too, Huey. Go ahead.
That's
trying
why I'm not saying
to.
nothing.
I'm trying to get somewhere because I'm having a passion situation with it too. And I just heard facts. Somebody just said facts. Who said facts about what I just said?
Root words.
So you saying that he created natural things and he let man name his creations? That means that he had already created and he let him come there and let man name it what he wanted to call it, right?
God made arbor, which is tree. Man cut it down and made wood.
Adam in the chat says, "Why do we keep saying he
He
in
created
referendum
it,
to God?"
whatever
So,
creator
so,
it.
so
Hey, can I break that down real quick?
now, I thought we said, I heard somebody say God was plural, so that
I
means it would have
definitely
been
say it or
two.
the, So
Yeah,
I've never
Now,
said he or she.
singular.
for lack of words to use, we using
But it's
God and
okay.
create and
Tell
creation.
whoever's listening out
All
there,
right.
we don't mean he as in he, okay? So don't take words for what they are.
But let me explain that. When you say he in English means he, him, a masculine third person. It's not a first person. Everybody comes from the first person. You know that he is a third, him and all that's the
So
third
the
person.
third person, you just looking down over him. Then
Huh?
you just basically looking down over him. Then
No. When
a
you
third
take
person perspective.
in English, yes, it slips in the third person. It takes the one and two away. It takes away from mother and son or mother and daughter. It puts God in there. But anyway, when you get
Yeah,
to other
whatever
languages,
makes somebody feel, whatever makes you comfortable out there, people. Y'all just go ahead and substitute it for y'all word. That's all.
when you
But
take
yeah, I want
he,
Huey was saying
her,
something.
and all, when you take he and put it in all other languages, that's borderline saying her. It's a feminine principle. Just like when you deal with Allah, Allah comes from Allat. All religions are bearing witness to the mother, but they put a third person in. It's just that simple. But in English, we will not get that content. And when they say that man and woman can procreate, no, we can't. Man cannot
Oh, we
hold
can't.
the
We've been
8
doing it for
months
years.
and 29 days of a child and bring it into this world. We can't do that.
Yeah, but we're part of the procreation, so we're procreators as well. That's what
So
I
if
mean
there's
by that.
9 months in a
I'm
in
not
a
I'm not I'm not
pregnancy,
worried
Yeah,
about I'm not worried
hold on, I
about
just want to say one little weird thing. If there's called 9 months, if that's what you call, we're going to balance man and woman off birth. Man is there for 2
not
minutes of the
necessarily
9 months.
balanced now, but it's more of a coming into the world.
Let me just
See,
get
once
30
you
seconds.
come into
30
the
seconds.
world, you make balance.
30
When
seconds.
you
You
are
can't balance.
becoming in the world, there is no balance. You are becoming.
There is no balance when it comes to creation. It's all mother.
Yeah, but you just
Nah, because you
said
need the seed of the man to be able
Hold
to
on. Let me
create the
just say
baby.
one thing. Let me not get cut off. I don't need. I just need 30 seconds. Women have the egg in them. It's called estrogen. Men have the energy. We turn women on. We have hydrotestosterone. Only
yeah.
in English do we think little seeds jump out of semen and make a thing. But anyway, if we go to a natural
So that is
balance,
the assumption people have from the videos that they teach these kids and sex ed and all these other things. That is the ideal thing they are teaching in the Americas and other countries to perceive how it happened.
Hey, Knowledge, hold on one second. Hey, brother Root, can I ask you a question real quick? Because I'm just trying to see. And I'm gonna let you grab the mic after I ask you this. And it's going right into
No,
what you're
we
talking
get
about.
somewhere. I want to hear this.
Yeah. Is you basically trying to say that the mother create the baby on her own? Just the energy that of us arousing her is what help her to be able to create the baby?
That gets her ovulating. Now, in that sense, think of a hen. A hen can lay eggs and hatch female hens all day, and them hens can hatch eggs and be female hens.
Hey,
So
y'all.
I don't know.
The
That's
woman manifested. What I mean by that is, without the woman thinking that she's gonna have sex with this man, it wouldn't be children. It's all the woman's thoughts. And then after the woman's thoughts, she lets the man inside of her. So everything is manifested through the woman.
I get what you're saying, but when you say you be speaking in riddles, man. That's what.
No, I'm speaking in science. Well, hold on. I'm just saying, like when I say science, I'm talking about the daughter comes from the mother, the son comes from the mother comes from the mother, and the father comes from the mother.
How is it in fault upon the woman's behalf? When you
I just know in this physical reality, listen, ain't no women thinking up kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I mean, listen, I'm in the
everything of men.
Let
me just say one thing. I've been getting cut off though. I have been getting cut off a lot and just falling back. I have been getting cut off and just falling back. You feel what I'm saying? So there must be some type of ego there, and that's the worst thing the Bible says is a man's ego.
What about it?
So when I go against man's ego, which I have a big ass ego too, men ain't gonna like to accept that you bow to idols. I don't care if it's God, Allah, Jesus, your work, money. You dishonor mother. See, that's the only God that's jealous. You leave your mother's house.
How was she in fault?
Huh?
Expound upon that, brother.
Hold on, I just want to get back to creation.
Okay, go ahead, Rue.
I'll end it on that though. I'm just trying to say, I think where we go wrong is not giving all due respect to mother, because she's the one who signs everything when the child is born, not the father.
Yeah, I respect. I respect Mama Love, and I respect Papa Love. I respect them both, and I know without them it wouldn't be me. Right. I know that it didn't just take my mother. I respect them both, but they're both co-creators in this creation called me. You know, and I respect them for that. As far as digging into words and all that, I'm glad we got you here for that. You know what I mean? Because you can give me a better understanding and things of that nature. But you know, I can only speak on the things I see and the things that I do.
I mean,
I'm putting it on a level of law. When you say equal, there's 9 months in the pregnancy, so I'm putting the 5th in the middle. Now we're going to the first month. It takes 2 minutes for a man to put his, what some people call seeds and some people like me call energy, whichever one inside of a woman. And then for the rest of the 8 months, 29 days, she is the provider. Her body changes. She's cursed with streaks on her body. Her vagina opens up.
No, she's blessed. She's blessed. She's blessed, brother.
She's blessed with, it's a curse. See, the word curse don't mean
see it
bad.
as a curse.
Please let me say what the word curse mean. The word curse don't mean what you think it means. The word curse means run, like a woman has a run in her stockings because her body is ruined. That's why she is cursed.
I know chicks with 5 kids with not one stretch mark.
Hey man, we found one woman. I'm saying if you look at women, their breasts get big with a gallon of milk that they don't know where it comes from. Their stomach turned into a basketball, and then they push out a 2-liter. See, us American men are lightweight, insane. I'm sorry, it's just an opinion, but we're insane to think we could even do something like that. I digress on that one.
Don't nobody want to do that shit.
Yeah, what you mean?
They stronger. They stronger for that. we could never even imagine or attempt to do anything like that.
They built for it.
I could care less what's being manipulated out there. I know
They
the
built
truth, and
for
the
it.
truth is, can't no man have no child. And
Period.
and if it wasn't for that man carrying whatever he carries in his body, whatever, if you want to say energy, sperm, whatever it is, whatever it's called,
It's the
if
same
it wasn't
shit.
for that man having that from the time he was able to develop that in his body, that wouldn't be able to create that creation in 9 months. That's why I see them as 50-50.
50-50.
Now, nobody's better
when
than anybody. I never look at, I'm not better than you, brother. I will never see myself better than you, Root, you know? And I would hope that nobody would see themselves better than me. But now, do we know more things in certain fields? Of course. That's the beauty of it.
But they know more things in certain fields as well. That's why I say, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, and that's the
female are
beauty of it.
stronger. Women are stronger all around except physically. And even sometimes they're getting physically stronger than us now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think the man's purpose is to be physical. I think, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is what I'm saying, bro. Okay, all of that is great. What y'all saying, like I know it take both to tangle, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It take the feminine and the masculine energy is what you talking about. What you talking about, the male and the female, and now both of these aspects are in both beings. The man and the woman has a up and a down, or a negative and a positive, or a fucking feminine and a masculine energy within it. You feel me? Because that is your Taurus field would make you move. You cannot move or operate without those two balances. Because life is a duality. We both have both energies within us. So when the energy is about your masculine energy connected with her feminine energy, that create an energy and they connect and intertwine to have a spark to create another world. That's what it is. You creating a world within y'all world, from y'all world. You feel what I'm saying? Because we are worlds within the world, bro. You got the positive and the negative within you, bro. You got the God and the devil within you. You feel what I'm saying? Or the good and the bad, or whatever y'all want to say, the creator and the destroyer. You are the creator and the destroyer of your world and your existence of your time, because you came through on your time. You feel me? You the alpha and omega of your existence in your realm, in your world. You feel me? And we agree upon this big bubble that we in. Just like all of those energies, or whatever you want to say, or them sperm cells that come out of the man when they going into the egg. Only one go through to bust the bubble at that time. You feel me? But that don't mean that those other ones linger off. So those other energies go into other bodies because they are spirits. It's the spirit spreading itself thin, the creator or the creation or whatever you want to call it. This is the dark mist, the dark matter that's within us all. You feel what I'm saying? That consumes this vessel. You feel what I'm saying? It's the energy within us. We are light beings traveling. You feel what I'm saying? Simple shit, bro. So like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
I'm not like when we talk about this Bible stuff,
the
and we
Bible.
talk about man, we are out of law. When we say man has anything to do with creation, really, we are out of law. That's we have to understand that. That's if we talk about we believe in God.
I don't believe it. I don't believe I know what's going. That's what I'm
Hold on,
saying.
real quick. I just want to say, if we believe in God, we should go over what the Bible say.
If you don't think that man take a part in creation, you feel me? Why would you?
No,
think
I did not say so. I said that man don't have a right to say what a mother's child to do because that man belongs to his mother. See, we're forgetting the point that we only talk English and we're not taught from a mother language. Everybody else have a mother language. We're taught from the alpha language, so we are servants to servant alphas. See, that's what I'm trying to get y'all. Like, we think we're something, but we have to really look at that book. I don't care how mighty you is, so you're out of law. God don't even recognize.
But see, I think
That's
I
what
Hold
I'm
on, let me
saying.
just say one thing. Let me just say,
hold
see,
on.
we're all out of law if we claim patriarch and alpha because we have no mother language.
But see, I think again, dealing with the English language, men are here to be servants. You know, we serve the sperm. You know, we serve. That's why they call us sirs. We are servants. to the woman. We supposed to provide and things like that. So we provide the spark, but
So I want to ask you
like
this: Do we supposed to serve somebody else's daughter, or do we supposed to serve our mother?
shit.
You
I
serve your
mean,
mother.
Damn, now you
no,
trying to
no,
get
no,
deep,
no.
Pod.
See, that's
It,
why I
hold
just
on, hold
wasn't
on.
done yet until people cut me off. But I was just
Damn,
trying to say that.
yo, Naughty answer that.
Hold
Naughty
on.
been like,
You
yo,
supposed to
Naughty.
serve. You supposed to serve yo somebody's daughter though, because that is creating your
Yeah,
tree though.
I'm
You
listening to
gotta
everything.
garden your own tree. You feel me?
So
So
you're going to go against mother and father, except for bringing the families together. See, that's what most other countries
He's
do.
supposed to serve you, bro. You ain't
Hold on, let
supposed
me just say one thing, and then you go ahead and do you. You feel what I'm saying? This is just two different views, so we can't cut each other off. You feel it's two different views. It ain't that you're wrong and I'm right, or I'm right and you wrong. It's two different
right.
views. So you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying that in the Bible it says, "Leave your mother's and father's house and go to the woman's house." See, we all talk this Bible stuff and this God stuff, but when it comes to the verse, we don't know how to interpret it. So if you can name any other verse that talk about the woman and the man supposed to leave their mother's and father's house and go divide the family, I would like to hear that verse. And if you can't get that verse, I think you disqualify yourself from believing in God, because
No,
that's where God comes from, is the Bible.
how
I'd
are
agree
you
with that one.
how are you saying that people are dividing the family?
Right. By
I don't.
creating more families.
Yeah, I don't
Now
get
I'm
it.
gonna
I
say this
think
one more
I
time what the
think the
Bible say.
system. I think the system creates the division of family, not people. It's the system, and people trying to do what the system tells you to get to that success, and that
Right.
ends up separating the family.
And usually when that Bible talking about serving the house of the woman, it shows them working for the father to be able to receive the daughter hand in marriage.
She's still at home with her parents,
But he
and you
really
live at your
serving her
parents'
father.
house.
But he really serving her parents. He working for her father in order to be able to take
Now,
his
name
daughter
one of
in.
us that work for our parents. We all subservient to somebody else, so we need to get back to our mothers and fathers. I digress.
I mean, I'm with my mother. I mean, I'm always with my mother.
And they probably
My
shame
mother.
you for that.
Yo,
They
yo,
probably
Pat,
laugh
Pat
at you for that.
I
Megan,
don't get
Pat
no,
Megan
man. Hold
said,
on, man. Look, man, y'all been screaming about cutting people off. I
Oh,
sat
my
back
fault.
and listened to
My
all
fault.
that shit, man.
My fault.
The thing is this right here, man. I don't need no book to tell me to honor my mother or my woman. I don't serve no motherfucking body but the creator. Point blank period. Now, I live a balanced life with my family and my household. I treat my wife as my equal. I treat her how I want to be treated. I give my mama the utmost respect. She birthed me. I never disrespect my mom. I respect my brother. You feel me? So I don't have to serve my mother. I'm not finna be no mama's boy for the rest of my motherfucking life. I gotta go out and
On
be
my
my
life.
own man and create my own
Exactly.
life. And I don't want my motherfucking son serving his mama. He need to
On
go
my
out and go
life.
make his own world with his own wife. But he better honor his mother.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. All that serving. Like, man, these words. Like, man, I mean, let's just stick straight to the script. What are we really trying to say? Because it's a whole lot of misunderstanding in the conversations and shit. Because
I'm trying to say that our mothers are
that's some
worth
real
a
shit,
lot
true.
of. My fault.
No, you good, Rogers.
I'm trying to say that when the Bible says we honor our mother and honor our fathers, it's talking lawfully. See, if we would go back and put certain types of names on this, except for, like, I'm a Moor, except for Moor, or a certain type of Christian Israelite, or a certain type of Black, or a certain type of African American, that's when you say, I am who I am. I come from my mama. I'm my daddy's seed. You see, we forget them two words. Whichever way you want to put it, I'm my daddy's seed. I'm my mother's child. None of us has ever said that in life and has ever said a contract to it. I'm included. I'm guilty of it. I say I'm a Moor. But I understand the concept. We're out of order lawfully because we set contracts with other entities that take us away from our father, seed, and our mother. But that's all I'm going to digress off that one.
Well, with all due respect, bro, and I swear to God, I mean no disrespect, because my grandfather, he actually followed the same signs that you do because he was a Black Peace Stone Ranger in Chicago in the beginning of it, and they are Moorish Science Temple. But when you automatically, if somebody asks who are you, and if you say you are more first, you automatically is up under an entity. You're not even up under your mother no more because you recognize that more signs before you recognize your mother. You feel me? I never say I'm anything other than me. All right, where do you come from? I come from my mother and my father. Where do they come from? They come from their mother and their father. Where they come from their mother and their father, and they keep going on and on and on and on until we get to that creator. I don't follow no religion whatsoever, even though I do read the Bible. You feel me? And I'm starting back to reread it, and I still would not go into no religion. I'm gonna do this on my own time.
Right, true. Right.
You feel me?
I feel that.
But when you say Moors, that's a little bit of slander, cause Moor Science Temple was made in 1928.
Okay,
I'm a Moor of my mom. My mom moored me into this world. See, that's the definition, is the mother is the Moor. And all Moors teach that unless you're in the Moor Science Temple of America. And that's wrong to say Moor mean religion, because the religion is Muslim. You see what I'm saying? So when people don't understand words, look at a Moor as a religious person.
I never call Moor a religion. I know y'all follow Islam.
No, Islam mean I self-law master.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Wrong. I'm giving you
but I'm saying I didn't never call Moor religion because I know it's not a religion.
When you say Moor, hold on, let me just I'm a Moor though, but we're the only people honoring mother. See, that's all I'm trying to say. We're the only so-called Black African Indian group honoring mother. There's no other philosophy out here, but we're not the MSTA Moors. And that's what you said. You said the Moor Science Temple. We don't belong. I'm a non-temple Moor. I don't belong to Muslims, Islamism. But hold on, brother. Right. 1 second.
Go ahead, bro. My bad.
I just hope. I'm done though. But I just hope you understand. We're the only people that stand up for the mothers. No other group, no other spirit in America is like us. Unless somebody could come on here and say it. That's why I stand behind that. And I wasn't trying to be rude to you, but I'm not no MSTA Moor. I don't bow down to Allah, brother. Allah is arm, leg, arm, head.
I mean, to be honest,
that's 5% right there, though. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? To be honest, though, bro, I might have said the whole thing wrong. I just knew that they called themselves Moors and they followed the same ways of Noble Drew Ali. You feel me? And that's what my grandfather knew was. It was a street gang that had the Moors ideology behind them. You feel me? But street gangs back then was more different than what we call them today. That we talking 60s. So don't look at it like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard that we call our mother Moor. I mean, that's cool. I'm saying though, I don't call myself none of that stuff that you was talking about as far as Christians and all that. I'm none of that, bro. I don't subscribe to none. I read this Bible on my own terms to get my own understanding from it. Let the word speak to me. I don't need nobody else to help me with that. If I get lost, I ask within myself, and hopefully I get the answer from the Creator because I know I'm connected to it. But everybody under their mother, bro. I don't know not one person right now. If they mom call and said somebody disrespect them, even if they motherfucking 5 states away, they want to buy a plane ticket and come on. Everybody under their mother, bro. I don't need no group to justify me doing something that I already know to do. Everybody know to honor their mother. Yeah, some people out here that don't, but they mentally unstable. Because I'm pretty sure if that person don't even honor their mother, they don't honor nobody whatsoever.
I'm just talking about lawfully. I'm just coming to understanding how we got tricked. Us as people that came from Africa, us that's people that's been here.
They tricked our mamas though, bro. Just like you said, who's signing all this shit? Who did they trick? Our mamas. They locked the men away. They locked the men away and shit because we knew, just like we sitting here building. But shit, guess what? My girl, she ain't building on this shit. She'll go sign that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because she don't know. So like you saying, they the ones who signed us up for this shit. I didn't sign up for this shit. I didn't sign myself over. I didn't get myself. We coming into the understanding that we know that shit. So we trying to free ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? For some shit that our mamas did. Now, no disrespect to our mamas, but they put us in this situation. Our mamas and our fathers.
That's one.
And they did it under. And they did it under the
America. My fault. When we look at everything in America, the only problem in America is the black man. That's the only
No,
problem. Only let me just speak my piece for real quick. Let me just speak a little
you just
bit.
said there ain't no black man.
You right. There ain't no black man. Let me speak
Exactly.
my piece for a second. All our problems started from these little secret society groups that took our mothers inside these hospitals. There's no such thing as a matriarch group in America except for the National Moors and some indigenous groups. Thank God for these indigenous groups. But everybody else is a patriarch group. So we have to understand we can't blame nothing on mother except for she was tricked. Nothing else. Just she was tricked. And none of us patriarchs stood around. So we have to rise where we fell at our mother's contract. I digress.
Hey, a group is a group, bro. You feel what I'm saying? A group is a motherfucking group, bro. You feel me? Ain't no group better than other. Motherfuckers always trying to put their hand in the box and trying to make themselves feel like they better than the next motherfucker.
Yes, I really do. I gotta admit I do, brother. I gotta admit I do.
That's the problem. That's the problem with. Hold on, bro. I let you speak. I've been letting everybody speak. I ain't get none of my shit off. Period. All right, now that's the problem with everybody shit. They think that they better than everybody, but then you don't want to put yourself in the shoe. You want to you want to take me out of box and put me back into another box and put another motherfucker over me when I'm just telling you, like check this out. This is how I'm sitting there listening, right? How disrespectful are you to your mother? And not even your mother, but your father who helped father you. It wouldn't be no you without both of those energies creating the world for you to pass through both energies because you go from body to body to body to body. We are in a big ass body right now. This is what I'm trying to tell you about the bag, right? Why you in your bag? Because you in your own body world, bro. You came in this body on your own time, bro. You can't even take your mama, your girl, none of that shit with you. That's why you ain't supposed to look back. You're supposed to bring them along on the journey, but they got to walk in their own path. You could just try to lead them on the way or try to be led on the way. You're supposed to be on your own journey because you had the thought to come through. This shit is all thought out of your energy, bro, and all y'all trying to take that shit out of yourself. Like me, personally, I know my creator. I don't know if y'all do. I don't need a book to tell me a creator. My creator ain't no motherfucking book telling no dirt, no dare, no none of that shit out here that this is what's going on. Not now one of these books, not now one of these fucking books is utilized out here in nature if you want to look back at nature. Don't know birds, don't none of that shit need no book to tell them who created it. It know what it came out. It know what nest it stayed up under. They know what's protecting it. They know what its creator is because it's staying right there with it. I know my mama and my daddy. I know my creator. I know my grandmama. I know they creator. I know they creator. And then I can trace that shit far as back as I can. And I'll be looking outside the world. I'll be like, I look outside the world and I'll be like, this is what all man created. Man created the sun, the moon, the daughter, earth. You might be saying that's scientific or some other shit, but I can see it through my visual eyes, as above, so below. And we are the stars right here walking this fucking flat plane. This is what I can see out my motherfucking physical. I don't need none of that shit. I don't need none of these books. Because guess what? Talking about law, guess what? When you go to the book, when you go to the courthouse, you get booked. And then you open the book up and you reading all them sentences and you get sentenced. That's the spell that they got you up under, thinking that the book shit is right. That book shit ain't shit. I don't need I got this shit within me. I don't need nobody to tell me about my mama, my daddy. I ain't needed to tell them about my brothers. None of that. I knew we was all connected. Even all the motherfuckers that I run through, I know that we connected because I can feel the energy and the spirit within us. I know that they got a shadow, everything around me. It was created within my world that I fucking thought of before I passed through. I thought of all this shit before I even came through the tunnel. You brought all this shit with you. You didn't need nothing to get through this motherfucker. You need no milk. You ain't need no food. You got everything within you. You ain't need shit. You created everything that you needed. Period, bro.
All right, let me just give you the other half of that real quick.
Wait. Calm down.
Now he was just talking. Let me just build with him real quick. Nah, ain't nothing bad.
Let me come in.
All right, brother. All right, brother.
Yo, brother, that was powerful. That was strong. And that's what I've been sitting here saying the whole time I listening. All this book sense, big brain, we're leading you on another journey, talking other crap. Your mother. Yeah, you come out of your mother, she'll teach you how to love. That's all a woman there for, is to teach you how to love. It's the sensitivity of love. A man is there to teach you how to be a man. There's a difference, but they're the same. And you want to go to the mother, you want to praise the mother, why you ain't praising the mother earth? That's your mother, that's the organism you belong praising. That's what brought you forward. There ain't no woman, ain't no man, the earth. And we failing to realize that. We failing to see that. We failing to give praise to the right thing that's gonna give back to we. All that book ain't gonna give you nothing. Yeah, PhD, another piece of paper that you gotta go and kill life to get. You ain't even thinking about the tree you had to cut down to get that degree you have or to read that book. You just took life. Now you want to take life to make yourself bigger and put some prints, some spells on it. Look what you're putting spells on the dead, making more dead. Understand what's going on. Understand what's going on. We got all these stories. We got all. It didn't work then. What makes you think it can work now? Why we can't pull together and do for one another? What's all this other talk about? What is it about? Why we ain't on something positive of linkage? I don't understand all this. My brain bigger than your brain bigger than mine. Man, I don't care about the elite. I don't care about the Bible. And for a man to always screaming upon the Bible, how you gonna take some parts of the Bible and not all parts? How you straddling fence? How I don't know, playing two sides of the field. You either dead into that thing, all the way into that thing, for 100% into that thing, and that's you, or get the fuck out of that thing. Don't dib and dab. You serving two gods. I watching you. So if it is such a thing and it comes time to witness, the wicked shall be judged by the righteous. Hey, I be called for judgment. I be called for witness. I ain't got a witness because this is what I seen. Jumping from one thing to another thing, praising one thing to the, but you ain't praising the life that give you right there on earth. Yeah, you want to know who your father is? Your father is the one that disciplines you inside. That tells you, yo, don't do this, don't do that. Your mother is the earth that goes and give you that pear, that grapefruit, that mango, that papaya. That's your mother right there, giving you the love. But the discipline gonna come from the father. And the father gonna say, yo, don't do this, don't do that. It's on you to listen to your own father. Putting praise on someone else, are you bowing down some man or some woman? How are you bowing down to them? It don't work so.
Can we get a Funk Flex bomb drop on that shit? Shit, man, that's real talk, bro.
You sounding bad, bro. We can't understand you.
I said, can we get a Funk Flex bomb drop on that shit?
Well, hold on. Let me just get in a little opinion out. Since we got the man lovers in the house now, let me just get in a little opinion.
Whoa.
Now, hold on. Let me defend that. The Bible, the Quran, and all these other books says don't honor man. No man, no idol. So if you honor any man or any idol, you love it. The Bible says honor mother. Honor father. You know what I'm saying? Don't honor, you know what I'm saying? But there is not a entity in American English, except for Mother's Day, that honors mother. We really have to think that something's going on here. Like all these entities in America, and ain't none of them matriarchal. And then when we find out that we fell from grace when we didn't protect our mothers, from signing these contracts? You know, like we're not really putting that together. And then everything that like the Bible says, the Bible don't say nothing about the Most High. So whoever says they know the Most High, you disqualify yourself because it says us and we. That's plural. There's gods.
That's just my interpretation of God.
No, I'm not talking about you, brother. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about the world.
That could just be their interpretation because we know we talking under a spell, right? So at the end of the day, if you use those spell words for whatever you interpret them for, you releasing yourself from that spell.
Let me just get done with this though real quick. Like my brother said, we got to use this whole Bible. You can't take part of it and then say, nah, this is an interpretation and say, this is great. This is an interpretation. This is great. Nah, you got to read the word. The word is not.
That's what we say.
All right, hold on. So are you following? So are you following all? So are you following all the laws, statutes, and commandments of that Bible as we speak?
I am learning them, and I talk the word of God. I talk the book, and I'm learning the book. But every time I get in a discussion with somebody with the book, they don't go over the scriptures and admit that they might have read it a little bit wrong. Or I might be looking at it wrong. That's why I'm trying to read scripture and then put what it is to the scripture. So when I look at gods in their image, both man and woman, both kings and queens come from the empire of the vagina, the woman, the mother, the gene.
Yo.
Now, hold on.
Listen to me. I heard what you said. Let me interject a little bit.
Hold on. I ain't cut nobody off, brother. I ain't cut nobody off, brother. All the way back, brother.
Asking a question.
Hold on. You can ask a question, bro. So let me. Why is I'm just saying that it's the ego in you, brother. Let me talk about the mother real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Like, just want to ask a question.
No, bro, you been long-winded. Not to be disrespectful.
Okay.
That's what it is, bro. It's a lot of other people on the panel that ain't even talk.
Yes, sir. Let's just remember that when everybody let's about the man. I'll fall back, brother. Let's remember that when everybody talking about the damn man, and then everybody talking about they look up to the motherfucking Most High, but it says don't honor man. But I'll fall back.
I never look up to no man but myself.
The man ain't the Most High.
What about him over there?
Who?
I mean, are we about to really go through verses? They say God is him. He, him made them. You know what I'm saying? Like him, y'all put it as a masculine principle. Y'all say the all.
Who is y'all?
I mean,
look, check it out. I just gave you the definition.
That's your understanding and your belief, bro. That's not everybody understanding and belief.
Hold on, let me lick him down one time. Hey, check it. Hold on, brother.
It cut me off. I'm just asking.
Peace, brothers. Peace, man.
Please let me know what y'all is so I can understand and not get jumped on. I told y'all I'm a national Moor. Now tell me y'all's religion and y'all's.
Okay, you a national Moor?
I told you in the beginning, bro. I don't follow no religion, man. I'm just myself.
Why are you getting mad at me at this religious debate?
Ain't nobody getting mad at you at this religious debate, brother. But the thing is when other people is trying to talk, man, you been long-winded, bro. You keep saying y'all, bro.
That this is
you keep saying y'all,
this is no debate over here. This is a bill.
This the thing, bro. You keep categorying people. You keep saying y'all, bro. You can't put me in a box with everybody else. I'm my own man, bro.
That don't have no religion, that don't believe in nothing. Everybody else has a religion.
I believe in the Creator. Just because I don't believe in just because I don't follow religion, don't mean I don't believe in the Creator.
Okay.
That's bullshit, bro. Like, because I don't follow no religion, I don't believe in no Creator. I ain't no atheist.
Do you got any other language?
What is your religion?
Right. I mean, what you mean? Do I got any other language? What you mean?
Language you use, bro?
My language was stolen from me when they came over here to the Americas and fucking raped, robbed, and murdered the fucking land. What type of shit is that?
No, you said you believe in the Creator. I'm wondering where I could just follow your studies at, bro.
Man, it ain't about no studies, bro. I know it's something in me that damn near everybody is born with. You just know it's something. And these books confuse the fuck out of people and cause a lot of division, bro. And that's the thing. It's all about love, bro.
And I just
What
want
is
to
your
know
religion?
again.
What's your religion? What's your religion?
Mother moored me into this world. My
All
grandmother
right,
moored
so
her into
hold
this world.
on. Okay, so do
So
you
what is,
know?
hold on, before you go there, what's your religion now? Now we find out that he believe in the great creator, and I believe in mother creator. Now, what do you believe in, brother? So it can't just be an attack against me and him. Let's get everything in the open.
I thought I explained myself when I just gave you that.
Okay, well then let me say, I believe I am God.
Let me. I can't get nothing.
Okay, see, there's nothing wrong with people's beliefs. Let's just get them all out.
Let me.
Let the other brothers keep going.
Yeah, let me get in. So you believe in this, so you know all
Now hold on. Now
religion.
you're just going to defer from the conversation and not tell us what you believe in, sir. You can't just attack me without knowing who you are.
I just told you my whole site.
No,
just long-winded. Hold on.
My one brother said he believes in the brother on the end over here, brother. The brother, he says he believe in God. He had a thing in the beginning. He believed in God. Now the one brother believes in the Creator. Now the one brother just said he believes that he's God. I believe that Mother is God. What do you believe in, sir?
You talking about me, family?
Nah. You
okay. Copy.
You haven't said nothing yet.
Copy. Yeah. I would definitely like to say something when you know when shit die down.
I just want to let everybody hit just what are we? So we can't believe each other.
What I believe in is love. How I see that love is in the darkness. All these emotions you're going on with, I love you for it. I love you dearly. But I'm trying to pull you over here where you can see those emotions also as I see them. I am not here to bicker with you or cause any strife. I'm here to reason with you. And I want you to reason with me, not on Socrates' reason, not on Albert Einstein's reason, not on Jesus Christ's reason. I would like you to reason amongst brethren. So give me your mindset. So when you say a religion, brethren, from my knowledge, there's religion is categorized that's only ruled by one person, which is John Pope Paul, or whatever Pope Paul you want to call it. This is ordained. Every religion, every chapter under the law is ordained by John Pope Paul. And from if you praising any religion, you're praising his religion because he added it onto his religion. And as he's the head of God on earth, because this is what he say, you need to go read. He's the God on earth, and his law stands more than God's law itself. And do you know who he prays? He goes down and bows to a black mother Jesus, a Mary, and a black Jesus. So him himself, your leader of your religion, prays a woman. So you the one that's being tricked into praising a man. You the one that believes everyone praising a man, but in reality, you're praising a woman because you're following a leader that praises a woman. This is your leader, whether you believe it or not. You claim to be this, you categorize under this, you claim to be this is ordained by this. The only way you can claim that is by the ordained by the Pope Paul, no matter how much you try to fight it, brethren. So what we're saying is, why you want to believe in all them things on someone else's site and not go on your own site?
Hey, brother, I believe in my mother. Everybody else up here got their own beliefs. Nobody's beliefs. I just want to ask you.
I don't fight you for that. I don't fight you for that. I believe in love. I told you. I believe in love.
Seriously, that's how you gonna play all of us people up here that's really talk English, bro. You gonna say
that's what you asked me a question. What you want me to say? You Buddha? You want to hear some bullshit from me? I'm telling you what my art is. This is what my art is. I believe in love.
You don't believe
that's
in
what
Judah?
I believe in.
You don't believe in Judah?
I don't believe in nothing, but I love, brethren. I don't know what you don't understand.
That's all.
You keep trying to throw me in this pot, but I'm not in the pot.
Like I get slandered for some real shit. Like then we all just said that we had some type of belief. And
that's not on you. I'm not upset with you guys. I'm not judging. I'm not judging none of you.
I don't believe in no belief.
I mean, we're not slandering.
No, what I'm saying is Everybody.
And besides, all the brothers didn't even answer yet.
And I don't believe in no. I don't believe in no belief, bro.
Yeah, and then my dude that
You know what I'm
says he
saying? Like I
believes in
said,
the
I
creator,
believe I am God, and I believe my woman is God too. So in a sense,
like
I believe with the Wilder we become the creator. So it's a lot. It's a lot deep with me. Like I believe
What?
nature, Earth is
Right.
it's deep with me. You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what the brother is saying. Let me clear something up. Brethren, when people go to praising gods, I see a Mustang as a god. I see a Hellcat as someone's god. I see a Gulfstream
Nah, you are too
G6.
changed.
No, I ain't dead ass serious. It's gods. These are gods. These are man-made images with some value and some type of um um production of life taken away from the earth to make it. So so what I'm saying, these people make certain things for people to fantasize and vanity to want and to feel a need for, to act like it's a god. A man smokes cigarettes all day that can't go through the day without one cigarette. That's his god. Come on, man, because it's something man-made to provoke you, possess you, obtain your strength. And when you ask me what I believe in, I don't believe in nothing material, brethren. I believe in the love which created you. You say you come from your mother. You can you can praise the second thing or the third thing or the fourth thing or the fifth thing. I telling you, I praise in the beginning. If that's what you want to know, the beginning is love. That's all I know. That's all I want to know. I don't want to know nothing else.
okay, that's like if I mean, like people was getting on me because I took a long time. I just went to fall back. I was just like, wow. I just went like, I'm the only one up here that has a ideology of mother, and I just think people more mad at that. I don't think I was talking long, and I'm just gonna fall back off that. And that's I mean, like we was all up here saying he said he believed in God. My one brother said he believed that he's God. My one brother said that he believed in the Creator. You know what I'm saying? You saying you believe, and I said I believe in Mother is the Creator. So we all align in that we have some type of Creator belief or Creator system. But you just ran somewhere else with it for 10 minutes and like, I don't know, brother. Like, that's what you could tell us love. You know, and then it turns around on me like
You don't catch that. I just gave you a definition.
Like love? All right,
my boy, everyone saying they believe in is man-made.
I'm not mad at that, and you're dogging them.
The only thing that I'm telling you is not man-made that I can honestly know that is real is love. I know this is real. Huh?
I'm not.
How you want me to praise a God? So I'm being knocked down for not praising a God.
Shit is bad.
I didn't say no one thing bad.
Hey,
I telling you what it originates from. It originates from love. Everything.
Hey, I don't think he was bashing me, bro, because he know what I believe. And I believe in the Creator, but I don't believe in no type of system or whatsoever, or no beliefs, bro. I believe in what I see. I believe that we all are connected. It's all through the love. You got to come into the darkness in order to be able to understand, bro. You know, everything else is a system play for us to get lost in, bro.
Let me get right.
Belief. Especially if people ain't really ready to put up their belief. You know what I'm saying? Like if a person ain't really ready to write down their belief or hand their belief over to somebody else, I mean, it's like we can't say nothing bad about nobody else.
Bro, we not even speaking bad about you, bro. Like your belief in the Bible, bro. But no, I'm just saying, bro. Like what you believe, bro. I'm being honest with you. Like we got some agreements on some of the things you said, but as far as your beliefs, bro, I'm in total opposite. Now Schumer believes in that Bible. You feel me? You feel me? I don't fuck with no beliefs.
Don't talk for that, man.
Everything start into the darkness and love, bro. Love come into that darkness, bro. And love creates. Because when a man and a woman is in love, life come about. It's beautiful. That's natural law. That's the natural things of the Creator. What I mean by natural. Natural is not believing and following. Natural is just being, living. Enjoying what you was made to do. to create. If you look at all species on this earth, the number one thing that they all do is create. Why? In order to survive. When we stop creating, then we won't survive. And the thing is, bro, like with all due respect, you know, like we all under our mothers and shit, but this study pushing the mother thing, this shit is reminding me of some feminist shit, which goes along with a lot of propaganda that goes on to our communities to this day. This feminist movement, bow down to the woman and shit, is what got all this faggot ass shit going on, bro. If you want to dig deep into it, bro. Like, I don't need nobody to push that up on me to under my mother.
It's called the Oedipus complex,
Now,
which a lot of Americans are suffering from. A lot of Americans suffering from. A lot of them.
He took the word feminine and then he took the word woman and said that this is a man saying that the feminine movement is bad that just started in 2010.
What? The feminist movement been around since the 60s, bro.
Just rebut me. Just rebut me. Just let me talk and then rebut me, bro. I'm going to be real quick. The feminist movement, which is not mothers, they're just a whole bunch of hard-headed ass daughters. Okay, I don't agree with the feminine movement that started in 2008, 2010, that's been around for 10 years. But the mother's son has been around for the last 100 years. And look at our predicament. Look at the predicament of the states in every colony in America. So we can't even blame these women, even though that shit is sickening. I'm not going to even get on it, but that feminine movement, wow. But the patriarch movement or the masculine movement is so horrible that comes from the mother. The feminine movement is horrible that comes from the mother because they all go against the mother. I digress.
All right, babe. Just to go on to what you're saying, bro, like, I know it's things that you know, but maybe there's some things that you're not into detail with, bro. Now, the feminist movement ain't been around for 10 years. It's been around since the 60s. And they've been pushing it hard. You feel me? And the whole thing is this right here. We never needed no movement to know to honor our woman and our mother. We always did. It's natural, bro. But since the feminist movement came about, you want to know what happened, bro? You got a bunch of, excuse my language, and I mean no disrespect to anybody out there that's Caucasian, but I got to be honest. I got to put the facts out here. You had a bunch of white women who didn't like the way they was being treated by their white men, and they didn't have an equal seat at the table, and it was a white woman with a black woman that started pushing this feminist movement. You want to know what happened? The two-parent black household dropped drastically. Why? They started putting the woman on a pedestal that she never even fucking needed. And look what happened. Oh, we gonna give you all this, but the man can't beat her. Now, you got all these boys honoring their mother, but no father to honor. So all they got is the feminine energy in the house. And then you wonder why you got a bunch of fucking homosexuals ripping and running around in the streets today. This shit is all programming through belief systems. We never needed no beliefs for shit that we naturally know. Those connections with our mother and our father has always been natural, no matter what race you is. The shit that come about and going on today is all man-made, and it has nothing to do with nothing about honoring our mother. We already honored our mother. You honor your mother, that's cool, fam. I respect you. But I can't give nobody a pat on the back for something that they should already do. That's just like motherfucker being giving a person a pat on the back for saying, you know what, you fed your baby today. Good job. You supposed to. It's your fucking baby. This is shit that we know. That's why I don't understand why we being long-winded on this conversation all about beliefs. Like, clearly everybody on this panel believe in some type of creator. Let's not get divided on semantics and word plays about belief instead of coming together and building on the common good or getting up out of this systematic fuck up that got everybody that's not rich in a fucked up situation no matter what color you is.
I'm just saying the only way to do that, the only way to do that is, like, I'm gonna go back to what you just said. You said that The feminist movement, which I agree with you on, started in the 60s, fine. Okay, and then it didn't take off till the 90s or 2000s. So it was suppressed by the masculine movement, the patriarch movements of the blacks. And just like you said, when the okay, let me just get 1 minute real quick. When the white woman went with the black woman, all hell broke loose. But now hold on, when the white Jew man conquered the Negro man and turned them into black men, it's the same thing. Everybody going against their mother and going to some Jewish white man. So we can't blame the females without blaming all the masculine and Mason and every group that's a male group.
All right.
And then when our mothers gave birth, that's where the money of America come from, because we from here. They get a birth certificate and social security card. So can't no male duplicate a nation, because a male never signed nothing. So we asshole out if we believe in males, because a male ain't nothing when it comes to law, because we didn't sign us into law. We're just going to be a second-rate servant following these masculine groups that can only get us up to 33 degrees when there's 360 degrees. And it's just an opinion, though. I just think that we got to more not honor mother, like say, hey, mom, how you doing? I'm talking about put your mom in a position where she is like your boss. But I'll just digress off that one.
All right, bro, let me just indulge a little bit more, bro, because I see that it's some things that you know, but and it's no disrespect, bro, because, and I'm not trying to say I know this and none of that, like, don't take it this way, because I'm still learning a lot, and I learn a lot from people as well, bro, by listening. But the thing is this right here, bro. You need to indulge into this information a little bit more. Now, when you say black male matriarch system is, if I'm not mistaken, you got to understand with that running to the white Jew man. That wasn't the black man as a whole. You had a bunch of grassroots movements going around the country that was getting tired of getting fucked with. And they had to put a face on it to control it. So what they did, they got 7 sellout ass niggas, bro, which happened to all the good leaders that was actually teaching us to uplift ourselves and be a better fucking person instead of out here selling drugs to your brother and your sister and killing your fucking brother and shit. They put 7 sellouts that they paid, if I'm not mistaken, the sums of $800,000 to split amongst them to be the face of a movement that they had no control of, because these was all grassroots movement. But you living in a time where it was easy to control the masses with the TV because it's what everybody see. I know that, yeah, when you think of NAACP, you think of black people, but they didn't get a first black president to what, the year 2000? If I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that time, late 90s, early 2000. And every president since the 60s up until then was a so-called Jew. This is what I'm saying, man. These people, to sit here and say that movement during that time was all male and the female played no role, bro, you know, it's very disingenuous, because my auntie, bro, has a picture of her husband, my late auntie and her late husband, him and Martin Luther King sitting in a living room drinking coffee. You feel me? My aunties was a part of this shit when they first came to Chicago. This is why they even came to Chicago from Mississippi, to be involved. They always been activists. So it was never no male dominant shit. The fact of the matter is this: the woman is to teach and show love. But when it's a time of war, I don't want my woman on the front line. I want all my brothers on the front line with me, because it's finna get physical. And we need these women to protect these kids and pass down this information and knowledge that we so-called lost due to the feminist movement, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It's what you just said. And that's the sickness in the so-called black and white man, the man of America and the system. It's they're saying, well, when it comes to this, these people should do this and these women should do this. How can somebody's child tell them what to do? I don't care if it is in time of war. If it's time for war, the mom should be like, you better sit your ass down or go the fuck out.
But bro, this wasn't the son though. These was the fathers.
I'm trying to talk for 1 second. If it is the father's mother should be like, boy, go to war or sit your ass down. See, that's where you get back the mother principle is go ask your mother for the advice, except for asking a patriarch group or a feminist group. I didn't say you was wrong. I just said we took our mothers out of a lot of the questions and out of a lot of decisions that makes our life better. That's all.
Bro, the
Yo, I
mother
want to
has
say
been the
something real
mother
quick,
has
man.
been raising the
I want to
family,
talk, man.
bro. Go ahead, Harry. My bad, bro.
Well, I really like
Like,
to
hold
talk.
on, today,
Yo,
when
can I
it
talk?
comes to
Can I talk?
my
Can I
fault, bro.
talk?
You're right. My fault.
Thank you. I just want to say I don't care about none of the shit y'all talking on some G shit. This shit's been going on for longer than the 60s. Is man fucking up women and women fucking up man. We all to blame. And none of that shit matters. But if that's going to get you to completion or wholeness with yourself, whether it's religion or beliefs, that's fine. I'm not knocking for nobody with their religion and their belief. Listen, whoever you want to serve, serve it. Whoever you want to believe in, believe in. You know why? Because at the end of the day, people doing these things get us to where we at right now on this motherfucking chat. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm not here to judge anybody for for what they believe in or what religion they decide to choose. What are you doing every day? Every day you wake up and you make sure you be the best person you can be to yourself and to the people around you. That's all that counts. And whether it's a creator or a God or a he or a she or it, when it's all said and done and you return back to that, people got a lot of explaining to do. Because you could serve whoever you want to serve and believe in whoever you want to believe in. Because trust and believe is people in every religion that's going to get back to the creator how they supposed to get back to the creator or whatever you want to call it, source, whatever. Don't even matter. I don't even care. It's people is chosen people all over this plane, whether they know it or not, and we don't know it. And I'm good with that. I want to build, and I can only build on the physical. What am I doing every day for myself, for my family? And bigger than that, the people who can potentially become family. Now, knowing the knowledge is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. People have knowledge. People have knowings. But all this knowledge, this shit is a rabbit hole, man. This shit is never ending. It's never ending. And knowledge conforms you to beliefs. So people have different beliefs, and that's fine. People have to be okay with that. But yeah, man, I'm about to listen to y'all talking. Take my ass to bed, man. I'm still living in this matrix, so I gotta go plug in tomorrow morning.
That was deep. You said you gotta go plug in tomorrow. You feel me? Like shit. And this shit crazy, bro. It's like the programmer, bro. I'm listening to all of this shit, man. It just sound like a bunch of fucking programs. You feel what I'm saying? It's like all visual shit. Like it's visual and spellage, man. It's all fucking programming, man. Passed down programs. This shit is really a digital matrix, bro. Like to be able to be a creator, man, you got to go to that point in your mind where you can be able to create, bro. You got to go to that point to create it, man. You feel me? You got to have control over your higher self, man. Don't give nothing else control over yourself, man. You got to be able to create your fucking existence, bro. How you see it.
Yes. And your existence is only as strong as your happiness. And I want everybody on this panel and everybody on this plane to wake up happy and stay happy until they go to sleep. And even when they sleep, and they just gonna be waking up more happy.
Facts.
You can be frustrated too. Ain't nothing wrong with that,
Oh
though.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what the
It's
panel's
about
here
how
for.
you handling your energy, because the frustration shit happens, bro, with that. Because your energy push. That's what you understand. Like if you ever see all the superheroes, you know what I'm saying? They calm, but when they get frustrated is when they superhero come out. You feel what I'm saying? That you can still use that for good, but you got to be to a point of frustration or a point of rage. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to go to a point of rage to be able to be that superhero, but you can still use that energy for good. You feel what I'm saying? You can use that rage for good. That's what the Hawk had to learn how to do.
I just don't like. I don't like to be put in no box. I try to stay in the dark, man. I
Yeah,
don't want to be in no box. I just want to be in the dark because everything more clear in the dark.
when in the dark come in the light, though.
Yeah.
So you got to know what's in the dark. You can be in the dark, but you still got to know that it's gonna come in the light, though, because the dark is the light. You feel me? You can't have one
Yup.
without the other. It's the polarity. You got to know how to balance both. But most people be scared to operate their darks, and all they worry about is the physical. You feel what I'm saying? So they forget about the darks. You feel me? You can't just bask in it. You got to be able to channel both. You got to be the fucking lion and the yin in the game, not just either side. You feel what I'm saying? Be the balance in between. I heard somebody say something about you can't straddle the fence. Straddling the fence is the real master. You feel me? Because you can look at both sides of the energy, and then you can weigh both options. You feel me? Because you got to know when you got to be the man, or then you got to know when you can be the lover, the nurture, which is the channeling your feminine side. You feel what I'm saying? To make the reality be a perfect picture. You feel what I'm saying? Where it ain't too off balance. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how you got to keep yourself balanced. You feel?
Yup.
In my perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's how I just look at energy, man. And we just got to just get away from these programs, because all of this is just digital programming. All of this thinking back with what happened back then, man. You got to know what you done seen through your time and what you pushing for. You feel me? Don't let nobody else all the things that they put in your mind from school, all of that shit, man. I ain't feeling that shit, man.
I mean, you got look at the topic anyway. Anytime you deal with a topic that's dealing with God, Creator, or Bible or Quran, it's a touchy issue because everybody got differences of opinion. I mean, me myself personally, I ain't got no opinion. I'm outside all that shit. I don't subscribe to none, and it ain't no disrespect. I just choose not to because I see how that shit play out, and I don't want no parts of that shit. I just do good, and man, try to build with like-minded people and shit, and stay in my lane.
Spell is a spell, bro. Like I do agree with one thing that Root Word say though about creating our own language though, because the language that we speak push out a certain vibration where they're able to tap into our range.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
They know our signal. That's why, like, I don't know when, like when I was on Bro Sanchez the other day, like when I go into like the rap mode, I might say nothing, but in my head I said a whole bunch of lot of everything. You feel me? Because everything is just a frequency. Just like bro, he on some real shit. Like every letter is a word. So if I say A B I said I didn't even know for I done said a whole bunch of something. Because it's a frequency that's being pushed out. You figure that what I'm saying? So like, but you wouldn't understand it unless I was speaking to you like this. That's just like if I was speaking Spanish, you wouldn't understand. Or if I was saying I was speaking Arabic and you wouldn't understand it. You feel what I'm saying? You wouldn't know what the fuck I was saying. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about the way that we use the tongue. So it's about the frequency that you pushing out with your intent to make your bubble move, because you in control of the wave of your frequency. You feel me? You got to get on your own wave. You got to create a wave that you on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's like like bro talk about the ripple effect. Like if I say whatever we saying right now is being echoed forever. Like was just bouncing around in this room where I'm at. That's why it's crazy. That's why they build our houses with these roofs on them and shit like that, so our energy can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Outside and be bouncing around in the universe. You feel what I'm saying? They try to keep our energy trapped in our thoughts and shit like that, trapped in and that outside, connected with the sunlight and connected with the trees and with the universe, so the universe can connect with our frequency and give us the things that we need. That's why they channel our shit and our pits and all of that shit. That's why they disconnected us from the Mother Earth. Because we supposed to be shitting in the earth and shitting back into the shit so the earth can give us the shit that it needs. Just like the deers and all of that shit. And we would have vegetation and food, shit like that for us to eat. But we can't fathom ourselves to come to doing that because we think it's nasty. If we seen our neighbor outside taking a shit right now, motherfucker will call the police on me and tell them that something wrong with me because I come outside and take a shit every night. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, I call the police on your ass too. You come outside and take a shit.
Yo, check it. I'ma vibe you up. I'ma vibe you up. No clashing, but I'ma vibe you up on this balance thing where you're attached. And I highly show a vibe where I on balance on no scale. Me no struggle, no fence, brethren. I take a side, and the side me take, I show you is the darkness side. Me don't balance in the light and in the darkness. The only time me come in the light is when I want to reflect that color. You know what I mean? When I feel like that color is necessary to reflect. So I always return back to the darkness because the darkness, I can't feel nothing. I can't hate or nothing. I see nothing but love because that's where it is. Yeah.
There's nothing but love in the darkness. So if I stay in my darkness and don't straddle, if I straddle, I can get caught up in an emotion at some time. When you say frustration, I frustration. That's my enemy. That's what I'm trying to fight off because frustration make me see my brethren and my sister less than who they are. I can't be frustrated about myself. So if someone does something, I have to have patience and humble myself. I can't be quick to judge because that's where that frustration coming in. Judgment. You judge it, and not you per se, but just saying this is how I perceive these things. And if I stay farther away from it, I see myself growing more and more. I start to see conversations before conversations even transpire. It's like, and I don't even know people. I can see things. And I just showing you on the level where I'm not struggling. It's where I seeing all light because the all light come from the black. I illuminate all light. So if I concentrate on myself in the black, I see all light. I illuminate all light. I transform all light. You understand? So that's what I mean by not straddling the fence because you can make yourself greater and more divine. Someone said,
Now,
ain't no
I
man
agree
perfect.
with exactly what you mean with the dark, but only mean by what I mean by straddling the fence. I mean like when you operate like in your dark. This I operate all day just like you do. When you operate in your darks 24/7, I do too. But what I'm saying is when I'm in my lights, like when I'm out and about, and just like you said, you might be out and about and you see people and you don't want to see them less of themselves. They don't look at them the way that you look at yourself. You feel what I'm saying? You can feel the energy, like man, they don't look at themselves. Like you just feeling that. You feel me? Because you can just feel the energy. So you can reflect that within them because they are a reflection of you. You figure out what I'm saying? So you gotta let your dark emit through the light all the way through your lights and your dark. You gotta be able to channel both of those motherfuckers because that's how I think we could take this shit all the way to emit me personally. Why I think this is where we can take ourselves into the point of living forever. When you can control yourself and you can heal yourself and live in the physical and do the things that they talk about that you have to do in the past realm. You feel me? Because you can take that shit, you can emit this power right now. Here, it is your power. It ain't just nobody else's but yours. You feel me? Like I'm a reflection of you. Like man, shit. When you pushing that energy out, man, I'm telling you, bro. I be out and I be out doing that shit all the time, bro. I see how and a lot of people be scared to operate the dark. You let them know about the dark. You feel me? They get scared when you talk to them like about the dark. You figure that what I'm saying? Because they still ain't fathom, because they still operate with the light, because all they see is the material realm. So you have to be able to come into their realm so you can bring them into the dark. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's what I say right there. You don't you stay in your dark until you need to illuminate the light or the
Right.
reflection of that color that you have to deal with at them times. Yeah, yeah. That's
But the
why I
only
show
way
you with I
the
try
thing,
to reach out to yeah,
the,
brethren roots in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Yo, brethren,
Oh, you
come
reached
to
out
the
to me in a
dark.
good way, bro. You reached out to me in a good way. You taught me something, brother. I told you that at the beginning. I'm gonna say it again while we on show. Yes, that debate we had over indigenous and Moorish. I ain't gonna say the trust way isn't right, but he has a great insight on the way he does it, and his way is correct. I'll say it again.
No, no,
Hey,
no. Me don't even need that, brethren. That's not even needed. No, no. That's for you, and you know the other people. Them have to feel if you of truth, you're gonna
yeah,
follow right. If
yeah,
you of right, you're gonna follow truth. You know what I'm saying? They magnetize together. You can't separate them things. So if you always carry yourself in this way, that's why I say a little earlier. If you carry yourself, a man say, no man perfect, but man, you can be perfect. You can. It's possible. All these trickeries and things in front of we eyes, these two eyes. They said, the hand is quicker than the eyes, right? So take that contest, that content, and put it on when the man make a car, when the man make a dress, when the man make a fragrance, when the man make a rule, when the man with them hands quicker than your eye. So if you ain't watching and seeing what really going on, like really, 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 you're gonna be lost. And you're gonna be that's why I wanted to, kind of get them out of that straggling in the fence part. That's what it's mean. That's why I'm saying you're trying to take half, you want to take half of the scripture and want to fight down the other half, or you're not really living okay, you live in your Nazareth vow. The scriptures tell you to take your Nazareth vow. You don't take your Nazareth vow, brethren. Your claim to be this and that. Not no, you are this and that. When you tell me this is what you are, forgive me. I pray you for that. But when you coming from the script, but when I go to think, did you take a Nazareth vow? You know what I'm saying? That's the script. So if you ain't do that, you taking pieces that works for you, but leaving the rest behind. And I saying that's wrong. You can't do that. That's straggling the fence. If you're gonna be in something, be in it in the fullness. If you ain't gonna be in it, come away from it because it's like serving two gods, and you can't do that to yourself. You can't, and that's all I try and show you, brethren. We got to get on a higher frequency of level where we're not praising things that other people put in front of we. We need to look inside we serve. And yeah, brethren, Huey P. Yeah, he right. Huey P. You have to manifest in this flesh right now, but this isn't the thing you want to last in, because there's more levels to this love of life. It don't stop here. It continues. I don't know the realms, but I know there's realms. I know there's other places for me to transcend. I felt it. I seen it. I've been there. You understand? But what I'm showing you is I don't want to be stuck here. So if I try to transit and play the defense, right defense on being satisfying the flesh, which man tricking my eyes to satisfy my flesh, or if I satisfy my iris inside, that is nothing but pure love. The light that's inside of you is nothing but love. Not, it don't have any hatred. The hatred and the animosity and thing, that's flesh. So if we can conquer the flesh, man, we transcend. We serve. I yield.
Hey, I'm gonna slide up out of here because I gotta be at work in the morning. Hey, Root, you know, man, I hope it didn't come off like I was attacking you, bro. Like that wasn't my intentions and no shit like that, bro. Man, I just got a little came up out of the dark a little bit and shit and let my emotions got the best of them, but it wasn't to attack you because to be honest, it was some things you were speaking on that I'm definitely in agreement with you. But I appreciate building with you, bro. I wish you nothing but the best, man. And man, keep doing what you're doing. To all the other brothers on the show, I'm pretty sure I'll holler at y'all pretty soon or later, man. Y'all be blessed. To the chat, y'all be smooth too. Man, I'm gonna go and get up out of here.
Guide up, King.
Yeah,
I was about to close it out anyway, so I guess we can just get ready to close it out. Anything else?
I gotta be at that plant. I gotta be at that plantation and pick that cotton in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta be at 7 myself.
Yeah, man. Y'all be smooth. Y'all gratitude.
I'd like to say, man, I hope I didn't mean no disrespect to you neither, brother, man. I just thought it was a good build, bro.
Nah, I know, bro. It wasn't nothing personal, bro. I know we was just building. We get passionate. Yeah, we get passionate, bro. That's
this was a fucking dope ass build. I ain't gonna stunt, man.
Hey, I love building with Root. That's my guy, though, boy. I'm telling you, boy. I'm gonna be over there fucking with you all the time, my G.
It's all good, brothers. It's all good.
Hey, you do got a lot of knowledge, though, bro. I will tell you that, man. I was in agreement with a lot of things you say, bro. But, man, come step into the dark for a second, man. I'm telling you, you'll like it over here, bro.
I'm hearing you. Trust me, I'm hearing you, man. That's why I'm over here. I'd like y'all's little swag, man. It's all good.
Yeah, man, but keep it up, man. You got a channel or something, man? Man, I'll come check out some of your content and shit, man.
Oh yeah, Root got a channel. I share him in the back.
All right, for sure.
Yeah. I share one of his videos earlier.
Yeah, bro. I'm definitely gonna subscribe, man. It's all love.
Yeah, I'm gonna share a couple of his videos too. For real. Big up.
I appreciate that. You're looking out.
I hear what you're saying, bro, for sure, man. Me, man, I just be pushing, bro. I know we all gotta just look within self, just like you say, bro. It's all within us, man. It's nothing without us, bro. It's nothing. Your time wouldn't exist without you in it. That's why they had the time was in the spell. That's why we made the spells, so we would know how to unveil the words and shit like this. The shit that he doing, this is what we gotta do, bro. We unveil their secrets when we doing this shit, bro. We decoding that shit, bro. We throwing a monkey wrench in their game. That's what that shit is about, bro. You gotta throw a monkey wrench into their circuit. Because right now we are all agreeing upon this big circuit board that we're agreeing on in this matrix that we living in. But we are all got our own bubble, and our bubble gain energy from the energy that we acquire. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's about the good and the bad that you acquire and how much energy that you got. And just got to know that they got so much negative energy that you got to have a lot of positive energy to balance all this negative energy in their world, because they got a whole bunch of negative spells that's being pushed out. And we push them out by speaking this word and by speaking these scriptures and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? By even discussing it and giving it energy is giving their shit energy, because that's what energy is all about. That's why they need our energy to go about. That's why they need their energy when you walking around in your house to pay your bill. They calculating the energy of your movement, not just the energy in your electric. You are the electric that they charging for. You feel what I'm saying? So they charge you for your charge that you're putting out on the earth. You know what I'm saying? You think you're getting paid for working, but they charge you. You feel me? They putting the charge on you. So hey man, respect your charge, man, and utilize your charge for your energy, for your world, bro. Try to put much shit into your world. I say, why not take away the good? Because that's what I do from all y'all. The shit that I agree with y'all with, I'm gonna take that shit and make it part of my world and put energy with that shit. But the shit I'm gonna disagree with y'all with, I ain't gotta even, you feel me? I'm gonna throw that shit away because I can't use all this shit. I can only use the shit that's good for me. You know what I'm saying? Even though all of it might be good for you. You feel me? It might not just be good for me in the way that I got my world working. You feel me? So I'm trying to put together a package for my world. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that each individual that's listening need to do. Package up your world and make your world fucking manifest. You feel me?
That was dope, Huey. That was dope. Going to the bench, y'all.
I can't be fighting with you, man. You will be busting him.